Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my new space. Yay! I hope you guys are doing good. If you are new to my channel, my name is Nell, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. This is the video you guys have been waiting for, but today we're obviously going to cover two topics. This is the reason why I came back home and being a person of color or being black in the Netherlands. You guys have been asking, how is it being black in the Netherlands? 1, 2, 3. So that's the topic we're going to cover today, and then I'm also going to talk about why I came back. But before we get into it, I come before you guys with my messy hair as always. But yeah, tell me how you guys are doing. I really want to hear if you guys are doing good. Anyways, let me not take much of your time and get straight into it. I've got my notes and we're just jumping into it. Why did I come back home? Hey, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this video and I'm just like, it's coming soon. I came back home for personal reasons. I will not be sharing why, but I am happy to be home. My host family was understanding as well. I obviously wanted to come back or hoped to come back here for 2 weeks and then go back to the Netherlands to complete my au pair program, but the global situation was just like, wait a minute. So yeah, now I'm back home. Like I said, my host family was understanding, and for that I am really grateful. My last month in the Netherlands was so beautiful because I was able to get close with my family. They really wanted to make sure I enjoyed the last days of my au pair program, and yeah, that was really beautiful. I'm obviously sad that I had to end it early because it was 6 months, but I'm also happy that I'm back home. It is what it is. And then yeah, I just really want to thank the Netherlands for being so good to me. Guys, yeah, the country is really beautiful and it was so good to me. I learned so many things. Also, I came back a confident person, so I'm happy, I'm thankful. I'm also really grateful. Shout out to my host family for welcoming me, for the host kids allowing me to be the au pair. That is, guys, thank you. And also to the friends that I made. I got a chance to create beautiful memories with my friends, and yeah, just want to shout out to you guys. Thank you everyone for making my au pair stay, my au pair program such a bliss. I am forever grateful. Let's jump into being black in the Netherlands. Hey, this can be a sensitive topic and it can also be a very light topic depending on, I don't know, how one feels about it. I'm not really a person that like follows movements but such topics have to be spoken about. So I'm going to be talking about my personal experience being a person of color in the Netherlands. This is obviously just my experience. I'm not saying this is what you're gonna experience. It's my personal experience. That's a disclaimer. Keep it at the back of your head. So the first encounter, okay, before I get into it, I'm only gonna cover 3 encounters. This is a very long or lengthy topic, so we might have to do it in parts. So today I'm just gonna cover 3 encounters that I had in the Netherlands. These encounters happened in the first few months of my au pair program, and then we'll cover other topics later on. But I'd really love to hear what your experiences are. If you are in the Netherlands and you're a person of color, tell me what your experience is. Also, if you're in a different country, it does not really need to be the Netherlands. If you're in a different country and experiencing I don't know, cultural differences or experiencing racism, tell me what your encounters have been, and let's just make this an interactive topic. Yep, let's get into it. The first encounter that I had, hey, this happened I think on my first day. The first day That was when I landed in the Netherlands. Okay, I obviously got home and then I took a shower and I rested. And then later on, I don't remember if it was the first day or the second day, but in my first week, then I went with my host dad and the host kids to get some ice cream at the snack bar. And my host kid, the oldest one, we went with the oldest three. So the oldest one was like, why is she brown? I'm like, hold on. Okay, so this kid does not know that they are brown people. Anyways, my host dad was like, no, she is brown because she was born like that. It was an innocent question, obviously, but then it got me thinking. So it means these kids aren't really exposed to people of color, or they don't really see brown people. Obviously the TV shows and the programs in the Netherlands, it's mainly white people, so I would understand how the kids did not get to see black people on television. But also in the schools, there was not even a single black person at the school, like a black child at the school where my host kid went to. Maybe they were in other classes, but in her class there wasn't a black child. So obviously these kids are not exposed to black people, and they were shocked as to why I'm brown, you know. But anyways, it was an innocent encounter, and yeah, it was very cute, but it made me notice that no man, these kids don't really see black people. Also the area, like I mentioned in my other videos, it was the Hoi area. People who are rich stay in that area, so there isn't really a large black community. There are obviously rich black people, but in that community there weren't a lot of black people. You could literally count how many black people were there. So leading to the second point, as people staring, obviously people were shocked. People were wondering, why is this person staying here? And me being a person who likes wearing comfortable clothes like joggers and stuff, you know, in the Netherlands, if you're wearing joggers or sweaters, those are like clothes you wear in the house, loungewear. So people were shocked, why is she wearing pajamas outside? But anyways, I'm not sure if some of them were staring because I was wearing joggers or I was very comfortable in what I was wearing, or if it was because I was black. But people obviously stared and people wondered, asked themselves questions. Also, when I was like with my host kid, people were just like, hey. And you know, one thing that my host kid liked to do was call me mom in the shops. And obviously people are just like, why is this kid calling this black person mom? But yeah, when I went to the Netherlands, I didn't really have a lot of expectations. So I was also not looking for these things that would target my race. So I might have had encounters that were targeting my race, but I did not notice because I was not looking out for those kind of things. But yeah, this was also innocent, and obviously people ask themselves questions, but it's not nice being looked at like that. And then another thing that I noticed, talking about there not being a large black community in the area where I stayed, looking for African hair products was a struggle. When you get to the shop, you can't find African hair products. I'm telling you, like I went to the Vryfort with my host mom my first week as well because I had to get hair products, and the products were there, but I did not know that they were not tailor-made for African hair. My host mom obviously asked her friend to recommend a shop, and then her friend recommended this online shop. That's the shop I used during my stay there. But during that week, or in my first month, I could not buy the products from the shop because obviously natural hair products can be a bit on the expensive side, so I could not afford those products. Then I took the ones that were at the Vryfort. Remember, I didn't know that they were not for African hair, so I bought those products, Inecto products. I'm just like, in South Africa there's dye from this brand, so I might as well buy the products because they could be for African hair. When I started using those products, I didn't really notice that they were not working. But as time went on, I saw these products actually leaving my hair very, very dry, meaning they are not made for my type of hair. In places such as Bussum, Hilversum, Almere, Amsterdam, you can find products made for African hair, but in the area where I stayed, I could not find African hair products. So yeah, if you are in the Netherlands and are looking for African hair products, please do not try and look in the Het Gooi area, because you might not find, or even in an area where there are a lot of white people, you definitely won't find African hair products. So you should go to places like Almere, Amsterdam. There are lots and lots of black people there, so obviously there are African hair products, extensions, shampoo, all those kind of things you will find them. Then the last point that I wanted to talk about was, hey, this one was a very touchy one. You know, the others were very light. So this last topic, or this last point that I want to talk about for today is, do you have this in your country? That's the question that I would be asked on a regular, and it got me feeling very weird. Like, why are you asking me that question? I know Africa might not be as, I don't know, ahead in certain things as Europe, but also it's not as behind as lots of Europeans think. So it is kind of offensive when people ask such a question. For instance, this is just an example. Do you have toilets that flush in your country? I mean, the toilets are there. Why are you asking that question, you know? Also, it becomes very weird or offensive when it comes from a person who says they've been to the country and then they come and ask you such a question. Don't do that. That's not nice. But anyways, I got to a point where I felt like, you know, people that ask such questions really have to educate themselves. The internet is full of resources and information. If you don't know a certain thing, before asking a person, maybe Google it. You know, you can even ask Siri if you're using an iPhone. Just ask Siri and Siri will tell you, instead of asking the person, because you don't know if you're going to offend the person by asking that kind of question, and you might start up something that wasn't even there. So guys, let's educate ourselves. Let's not ask unnecessary questions, because you end up offending someone, and that's not cool. But yeah, those are the things or the encounters that I had during my first month in the Netherlands. Obviously had a lot more encounters that were very, but we'll cover those in the next videos. But like I said in the beginning, I'd really love to hear what kind of encounters you guys had. Yeah, I also want to mention that, you know, coming from South Africa still has a lot of racism. So you do feel the racism, or you do feel that you're a person of color in a country such as South Africa when you go to shops and because racism is still there. In places such as the Netherlands, for instance, you can't really feel it, but sometimes it's like psychological racism, or sometimes it's like systematic racism. You know, the racism is there, but you can't really, I don't know, you can't be like, oh no, that person is racist. It just comes so softly. It's like a soft voice whispering in your ear, and it's just like, I'm racist, you know. But yeah, so if you're gonna go to the country and you're gonna be looking for red flags, you're not gonna find red flags popping like that. You're obviously probably gonna have certain encounters where the racism is there, but it's just very quiet, you know. It's systematic. So if something's systematic, you don't see it from the word go. But as time goes on, like the longer you are in that place, the more you are exposed to the system and what it truly is. So from the outside, you wouldn't think that the country has racism going on, but once you're inside and you are there soaking, then you will notice. So yeah, I'm not saying go to the Netherlands and look for these kind of things. Please don't. Just go there to have an awesome time and enjoy the experience, the cultural exchange. But also, as a person of color, you obviously get touched or are offended when certain things are done to you or you're treated in a different way. So that isn't cool. But yeah, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share the video, leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully I would have gotten some comments from you guys with the kind of encounters that you guys had, and then I'll probably share them in the next video. But for today, we'll leave it at this note, and yeah, have a beautiful week, guys, and yeah, goodbye.